Hey, this is GatorX, and this morning Corocoro is out. There's some new stuff to talk about, and as well as the Nintendo Direct that's coming later today, so hype is at an all-time high. Now, before I begin, really quickly, I want to remind you, a new podcast episode is going up Friday on GatorX Plays. Some gameplay videos there too, but let's get into this Corocoro page. And what's real crazy and real interesting, or real neat, is that it's an anime teaser for the movie Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Now, we had talked about this in the past before. Specifically, I was talking about how crazy it is, how we're getting this movie coming out this year. Of course, it's going to come out in Japan first, and then we'll get it probably like in November-ish. We'll get a distribution here in the U.S. But the fact that this is an anime movie, but it seems like back then it seemed like it was going to be 3D CG, which it is apparently confirmed now. I cropped the page a little just at the very bottom. There's more anime stuff, but that's concerning the Sun and Moon anime, which I haven't been keeping up with. But point is, we get to see some neat things. We get like a full look at Mewtwo, a little thing of Pikachu, and then a full look at Mew, which they actually look really, really nice. And I did talk about that when we got the first little teaser trailer showing Mewtwo flying everywhere. That was really cool because I said, this legitimately looks really, really nice. Because, there had been a lot of complaints, and typically there are a lot of complaints about 3D CGI anime, and so it was just kind of a worrisome thing for some people. I was saying at the very least, the Pokemon look good. I don't know how the humans are going to look, which could be a thing. What's real interesting is we do have this portion up here that has the Pikachu, which I actually have a t-shirt that has Pikachu in this exact same pose. So it's real interesting to see Pikachu kind of a little more 3D-like. It's weird because we've never really seen this. This is like between Let's Go and Pokken, I feel like, in terms of how detailed it looks, or how realistic or something it looks. But we also got the little thing right next to him that says 3D CG. Of course, not the whole page is translated at the moment, and I can't read it, but I can see the 3D CG. So very confirmed that this is going to be the look for the movie. Mew actually does look pretty good, I think. And then Mewtwo, sadly, he's a little cut off by a glare from the picture of the Corocoro. But point is, this is sort of the first look at the movie in a way, or at least some other Pokemon. Because again, we did have that trailer and just more screenshots here that all came from the trailer. So at the very least, we get the first look at Mew, first look at Pikachu, and then first full look at Mewtwo, just kind of standing up there saying, "Mom says it's my turn to play the Nintendo Switch." But again, it is really interesting that this movie's coming out this year. Now, in terms of maybe we'll get another full trailer for this movie, because the first trailer we got was kind of a teaser trailer, just showing Mewtwo flying. The next thing we get is probably going to be a full trailer, and then maybe they'll show the humans. Because, depending on how the humans are going to look, that might determine the rest of this movie. I still think it's going to look very, very nice. At the very least, from what we've seen of Mewtwo flying around, it looks great. Now, as far as when we get that new trailer, I have no idea when that's going to be. It's probably going to be maybe a month out from now, give or take, because this issue of Corocoro is probably going to be what comes before the trailer. Or maybe, this is just a little follow-up to the trailer. Maybe in the trailer we see Mew, and then this just talks a little more about it. Who knows? I wouldn't hold my breath, and I wouldn't say that, it's going to happen for Pokemon Day, which is coming up. And by the way, with Pokemon Day, that's pretty interesting because, Nintendo Direct's later today. Something about the Pokemon Day and Nintendo Direct that I mentioned in my video, but I didn't emphasize it enough, is that we could maybe get an announcement for Pokemon during the Nintendo Direct tomorrow. We could. Typically, though, Pokemon doesn't get announcements in Nintendo stuff. Normally, they have their own proprietary directs. Now, I think the reason for this, obviously, is because Pokemon isn't solely owned by Nintendo. There's also Game Freak going on, so they kind of want to have their own thing. However, if you look at some of the past Nintendo Directs and Pokemon Directs has actually, in the past, been close to each other, at least a week apart. So again, there are a bunch of different possibilities. One possibility I think I mentioned is that, what if we get like Title Drop in the Nintendo Direct and then new Pokemon Direct on Pokemon Day and then the Q&A. A Pokemon Direct on Pokemon Day I think could happen, even regardless if we get anything during the actual full Nintendo Direct. Because, that was something I said. There's a possibility that they just won't show anything for Pokemon, which in all reality is somewhat likely. However, Pokemon Day, things are ramping up for Pokemon is my point. Whether they show anything in this Direct or whether they have a Pokemon Direct, which again is possible. That's happened in the past. Pokemon Directs and Nintendo Directs have been a week apart before. And especially in the sense that like Pokemon Directs isn't like, it's not a full thing. Now obviously I could definitely see them having this Nintendo Direct, having all the hype, and then putting out a tweet saying, hey, did you miss Pokemon in the Direct? Well, guess what? There's a Pokemon Direct. Who really knows? But I could definitely see that happening, but we'll just have to wait. As far as like for the actual Nintendo Direct, it's probably mostly going to be Fire Emblem and other stuff on the Nintendo Switch. However, if they do end up making some sort of announcement Pokemon related in the Nintendo Direct, you know, I think that could make some sense. You know, even though like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was announced through their own press conference, right? This is a good, like, with the Nintendo Direct, you have a bunch of Nintendo Switch owners' eyes on the presentation. So if you want these Switch owners who maybe don't play Pokemon, or maybe they're not paying attention to Pokemon on the Switch, this might be a good way. But who really knows as far as predictions go? Maybe I'll try to squeeze in another Nintendo Direct live discussion, but we got a full day. We got a full day going on today. But point is, Corocoro's here, and I think this Mew looks really nice. I think it looks pretty cute. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below of this poster, of the look of this movie, and everything we know about it so far. The trailer that came out a while ago, this look at Mew, which, I don't know, it's really interesting because these, in terms of how detailed they look, it's like, it seems like just below Pokken for me. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. Once again, I just want to remind you, GatorX Plays is a cool channel that has gameplay videos and has my podcast that happens every 2 weeks. A new episode's going up this Friday. It's very spicy, and you know when I say spicy, it means, well, okay, it means weird, but you know what I mean by spicy by now. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like, subscribe, show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button, and hopefully your voice won't crack when you do that. This will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX, and I'll see you at the Nintendo Direct.